Hi again then guys, and welcome to a type of video which I don't usually do on the channel. I don't tend to talk about cars and car shows that much, unless of course they directly relate to the game, be it Forza, Gran Turismo, whatever the case may be, and of course predominantly GT Sport. And on this occasion, this one really does. It's a real car, technically, but it has a very significant and direct impact in the game, because for the first time we've had a look, thanks to the Geneva Motor Show, at what the Supra, the new Supra, is going to look like. Now personally, I find this to be a surprising car, because it looks so much like the Toyota FT1 concept. Not just the Vision GT version, or the Group 1 race car, but even the original. Now the reason why that surprises me is because although I love the FT1, I think it's a fantastic looking car. It would have been a fantastic rival to the Lexus LFA and the Nissan GTR, and of course the new Honda NSX. I thought that Toyota had specifically said that the new Supra was not going to look like that, or that people shouldn't expect it to look like that, or words to that effect. And yet this is pretty much the exact opposite. You can't really get much more similar than this one is. Now, some of the things that they've done I really like. I like how ready to go it looks, not in terms of production of course, because this is a racing version, but even in its Gazoo Racing form, it still gives you a good inkling of the shape of the car, the kind of proportions which it has, and it's nice to finally see what the new Supra is going to look like. And of course, for the most part, it's not really going to be a full-on rival to the GTR or the LFA. It's actually more of a BMW Z4 level machine, which incidentally is a car that it's sharing the platform with, the new BMW Z4. Now, the thing that I don't like is the back end. The proportions are similar. The cabin looks the same size, the lights at the front and the back look the same size, but then the rest of the car almost looks as if it's been shrunk around it, so that in comparison the cabin looks really tall and wide, the car itself doesn't look as muscular, the lights look oversized now, especially at the back end, and it looks much more narrow, whereas the original car had a true super sports car, if not supercar, stance, again like the LFA. This one doesn't have that. Now again, that definitely ties into the BMW Z4 connection, because it's much more of a low to mid-level sports car, more ideally a mid-level one, certainly above something like an MX-5, but not at the level of something like a GTR. So pretty well placed. A similar kind of level to stuff like the Alpha 8C or the Alpine A110, that kind of expensive, but not ridiculously expensive sports car with performance that is better than its basic power might suggest. That kind of sports car. However, the way in which this directly relates to the game is because it's coming to Gran Turismo Sport in this exact racing form. Now, we don't have any specs as yet, at least not that I'm aware of, but I wouldn't be surprised if this car was, say, in Group X. Now, Group 3 would be an obvious choice for it, and I hope that it goes there, but given the fact that it is a vehicle which they're going to want to, I think, make different to the Group 1, or the Group 3, I should say, FT1, I don't think they're going to want it to be in the same class, given how similar it is. Now, I hope they do, as I said, but I don't think they will. I think this is going to be a Group X car. Potentially with somewhere in the region of maybe 500, 550 horsepower, probably 12 to 1300 kilos, so similar kind of numbers, but I still don't think they'll put it in the same class. But I hope that I'm wrong, I really do, on this occasion. As far as coming to Gran Turismo, it would appear as well from some of the wording that it's going to be an exclusive deal, and it's coming to the game in April. So not too long to wait. Now, whether or not the car will be on its own, or if that'll be part of the proposed 50-car rollout that's being added to the game, and of course we've already had some of those, it remains to be seen. Maybe it'll be on its own, in a similar way to how certain cars have been released in the past. Maybe it'll come as part of a pack. I wouldn't be surprised on this occasion if it was added on its own, because that's how they released the FT1 on Gran Turismo 6, and it would be a nice look back toward that. Overall though, it's exciting to finally see the Supra. The looks are a little bit mixed for me. I think I'm going to have to let it settle in. And of course the main thing is what it's going to look like in production form, because that's where the real proportions come into play. But for now, it's exciting to have a new car confirmed. We don't usually get cars confirmed this far ahead of time, but it's a pretty nice one. So, something else to look forward to getting in the game, undoubtedly for free, as all of the DLC is on GT Sport. And yeah, that's it for this update. So of course, if you want to check out more news for the game, tunes, money tips, etc, etc, stick around on the channel, and of course you can check out various others that I've already done if you feel so inclined. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.